Hey guys, welcome back. So today I have a really exciting video. I decided to feature my top 10 best of beauty 2000 and I was gonna say 14, but it's 15. We're going into 2016 now. I didn't pick products that necessarily launched in 2015 because I don't buy enough products to be able to just have bought products that launched in 2015. However, a lot of what I buy is new hyped up things. So some of these are products that were launched this year, but others are just products that I personally discovered this year. And that's kind of, you know, they're new to me. I'm just gonna feature my top 10 of beauty this year. Let's get into it. This is a very exciting video to film. It's bittersweet, it's the end of the year, but I have hair in my mouth. It's bittersweet, but hopefully you guys enjoy it, and be sure to leave me your favorite products that you've purchased this year because I'm always on the lookout to find some new gems. So for skincare this year, I got into it I guess last year, but I have discovered some new Origins products this year that I've fallen in love with. I think last year was the year that I kind of discovered Origins skincare and how amazing it works for my skin. But this year I discovered two products that I thought were worth mentioning. The first one is the Ginseng Refreshing Face Mask. You guys know I'm obsessed with face masks. I actually posted a face mask collection video at the beginning of this year, and that's like my second or third most watched video, so you guys really liked that one, and eventually I might do an updated version. If you guys are interested in that, let me know because I do have some new ones that I'd love to share, and this is one of them. This one is really good. I have very dull skin, and so this really helps to just liven things up and give my face some life back, and I really love this. They also have a cleanser, I believe, in this line. I haven't picked that one up, but I heard it's even better than this, so maybe eventually I'll pick that one up. But the cleanser that I've loved from Origins is the Origins Cheeks and Ballast Frothy Face Wash. It's just the white one that looks like this with like green on the packaging. This is it smells very herbal. It seems like it's a very natural product. At first I didn't know if I was gonna like it, but my skin really does love it. This cleans my skin like nothing else. You guys know I used to love the Nivea cleanser, and I still do love it, but this has kind of taken its place for now because it cleans my skin but does not strip it. I don't ever get that really tight feeling that all the oils and all the moisture is sucked out of my skin, and that's not something I like to feel because I have very dry skin, and this does not strip it. It feels really clean and fresh, and I really like it. So those counted as one because they're like the same brand, and I decided those were like two products like within the brand that I kind of discovered this year. The next one is the Josie Maran 100% Pure Argan Oil. I can't remember if I started using this at the very end of last year or at the beginning of this year, but this stuff, like you can see, I have like, this is oil, so like you don't use much of it, but like I've used like near half of this bottle, and that's how much I love this stuff. It's amazing, and my skin needs oil. I like to mix this in with my moisturizer. This can even be good for your hair or your nails, but for the most part I use it on my face, and I actually have heard some people like to mix it in with foundation, which is a really cool thing. If you guys have seen Jaclyn Hill's foundation routine that was posted recently, maybe 2-3 weeks ago, depending when this video goes up. Whoa, got it. She mixes in an oil with her foundation, and for dry skin girls, I think that's a brilliant idea, and I would really love to give that a try. So I think that that's really cool, and I really like this just mixed in with my moisturizer. I didn't use it as much this summer because my skin goes closer to normal in the summer, unless I'm in the sun a lot, then it'll get very dry. But this is a must-have for me in the winter because my skin gets flaky and cracky and really gross, and so this paired with a heavy moisturizer is a must for me. Sometimes it's not even enough, but this really helps, so I've loved this. And the next thing is along the similar lines, but basically this here is the Ole Henriksen Truth Serum Collagen Booster 5-Source Vitamin C Complex. This is a mini one that I got in that beauty closet that's always behind me in my videos. Kind of think that it's a cute name, so I'll kind of just leave it there. This stuff is incredible. I've used maybe 1/4 of the bottle because you don't need much, and I try to use it sparingly because I think the full size of this is quite expensive, but it is very, very, very good if you have dull skin. My skin, like I said, is dry and often will look very dull and lifeless, and this literally freshens it back up, gives it that elasticity and liveliness to it again. And so I either put this, it's a serum, so I usually put it on at night before I go to bed, either on its own, or I put it before my moisturizer, or I just mix it in with my moisturizer. So you can pretty much use this however you feel appropriate for you. It does smell strongly of orange, so sometimes I don't put it on right before I go to sleep because it can kind of wake me up a little bit. I put it on like while I'm, you know, just relaxing in the evening, watching TV or whatever. The smell is very strong and it took me a little bit of time to get used to it, but I find once it's in, like, it goes into your skin quite quickly, so the smell only lasts a few minutes. So it's really not that bad once you get used to it, and the results are absolutely worth it. So now I guess I'll move forward with a foundation, because I discovered a foundation this year. I always thought my L'Oreal True Match was my holy grail, and it still is. It's a little bit more of a luminous look to the skin, not as matte, but I discovered the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless, and I love it. And you would think I would prefer the hydrating formula. I actually haven't tried it because the hydrating formula for some reason is a little bit darker than this one, so I could get it and mix it in, but for now I've just used the matte one. But I have to use this obviously with a moisturizing primer so that it doesn't settle too much on my skin, but I do really, really love the look of this. It makes your skin look completely flawless. For the price of this thing, I would say it's absolutely worth it. Very full coverage. You can build it to full coverage definitely, but it doesn't look like you caked on layers of product. So I really, really like this. I do use it with, like I said, a moisturizing primer. It's not like so matte that you have no dimension to your face. I definitely do like to bronze and stuff like that to kind of bring back the shape to my face, but it's not so matte that you're like one-dimensional. It's very, it has a certain sheen to it. I actually just forgot that I had this primer to show you, so I should have showed it before the foundation, but whatever. This is the primer that I've been loving to use this year with any of my foundations, but especially that one, the matte one. This is the Too Faced Proactive Nourishing Hangover Replenishing Face Primer, and it has like a lot of, it says with coconut water, electrolytes, and probiotics. So this has a very sheer, it feels like a cream or a moisturizer when you're putting it on your face, but it really, really helps to make your makeup last longer for people who have dry skin like me. It doesn't break apart as easily, and it just makes your skin more ready for those days where your skin is dull and like dry as sandpaper, and anything you put over top will look horrible. This really helps to like prep it and like make everything go on smoother. So I've loved this primer. I've also heard of the Makeup Forever primer line that's amazing, and I've wanted to try it, so I'm gonna look into those soon. But for now, this year this was my discovery, and I've never been big on face primers, so for me to discover one that I really, really love, I heard about this one through Kathleen Lice. We all love her, she's amazing, and it really, really has made a very big difference for my makeup, so I thought it was worth mentioning. I don't think this came out this year either, but it's new to me this year and I've loved it. Next up, I have a contour palette to show you guys. Now I'm pretty sure this came out this year, like 99% sure. It's the Kat Von D Shade and Light palette. There was so much hype around this product, and for very good reason. Look at how used and like banged up mine is. But this stuff is seriously amazing. It's beautiful. It blends so well. I've made a contour battle of the contour palettes. Should be going up sometime soon. But it's really, really amazing, and I love this one and the Anastasia one, but for me this one just works better in terms of color, and so I say that this was an amazing launch for 2015. A lot of people loved it, and it's not hyped up for no reason. It's definitely worth the hype, this one. Next is a product that was released in 2015 by one of our beloved beauty YouTubers here on YouTube, Jaclyn Hill, and it's Champagne Pop. You guys knew I was gonna mention this, didn't you? It's hard for fair-skinned girls to find a highlighter that works. A lot of them are a little bit bronze, and that doesn't work if you have very, very fair skin. Becca has some of the best highlighters on the market. My favorite one before I had this one was Moonstone. It's amazing, but Moonstone was the only one that I could ever pull off on my skin until Champagne Pop. Champagne Pop somehow seems to be universally flattering. It works on fair skin, but it has a hint of a very pale gold, which makes it warm enough for like darker skins to be able to wear it as well. So definitely give this a shot if you have not. It's one of the best launches in 2015 for sure, because it has the same amazing Becca formula, but Jaclyn really knows her products and her colors, and so this would definitely, I knew it wasn't gonna let me down, and I'm so glad that I got it. This year has been the year of liquid lipsticks. So many companies have released different ranges of liquid lipsticks, and my favorite to this day, I haven't tried like all of them at all, but my favorite to this day remains the Stila liquid lipsticks. They last really well, they don't crease as much, they don't break apart like some of them do. These are just 3 colors that I grabbed to show you. First one is Patina. I did feature it, if you look in my older videos, this spring. It was in a video and I featured it as my lip color. This was used, this is the color Fiery, and it was used last year in one of my holiday looks. I have a hard time pulling off wearing red. Ironic, I know I'm wearing a red one in this video. This is actually a L'Oreal lipstick that I really, really love from the My Perfect Red line. This is the color Zoe, if you guys are wondering. And I do like it, but reds are really hard for me to like on me, and this red looks amazing. I saw it on Kathleen Lights first, obviously, and it looked amazing, and I just bought it, and it looks really good, and it wears well, and this is like one of the few reds that I actually do wear, so I really like that one. And then this is a newer one that I just picked up. It's called Amore, and it's a dark berry purple with a hint of brown in it. This one does have a little bit of a sparkle sheen to it, which kind of scared me because usually liquid lipsticks are matte, but you can't really tell. Like, I swatched it on my hand, you can't really tell that there's the shimmer in it, and it's just like a really, really pretty fall winter color. So if you guys want to see this in a tutorial, I probably will film one soon after the holidays, so be on the lookout for that. But Stila liquid lipsticks, very, very great quality. They never let me down. The colors are never streaky. I can always expect the formula to be consistent from color to color, and so any color I've picked up, I loved. And finally, the last product that did launch in 2015 are Makeup Geek's foiled eyeshadows. And I was kind of wondering for a long time, were these really worth the hype? And I really wanted to give them a try because they seemed amazing when I saw them in videos, and they are pretty darn amazing. I mean, they are revolutionary in the way that the pigment is so pigmented. There's, you know, it's just color. The only thing is these can be a little bit tricky to apply to get that pigmentation. When you swatch it on your hand, they look phenomenal. But sometimes some brushes don't do it justice. They don't pick up enough product. She did post a video, Marlena, saying that you had to use synthetic brushes for the best results. They can be a little bit tricky to work with. That's the only thing that I would say to be able to get the pigmentation that you're hoping for. But it's true that this formula is like nothing I've ever seen before. I just have them in a Z palette. These are the ones that I have. I did post a tutorial with the 3 purple ones, and I think I may have posted another, I'm not sure if I posted another look, and I do want to do a worth the hype on these. I mean, you kind of do know. I do have some pros and cons for these. They're not like one of those, just because they are a little bit tricky to apply, especially if you don't have a lot of different types of brushes, then you don't have like synthetic ones that can pick up the product. But they are amazing in their formula. They're unlike any other eyeshadow, and I think that that deserves its merit, and that's why I decided to feature them in this video, because they really, really are very innovative in the makeup world, which can be hard to do because brands have come up with product after product, and this is different, and I love it. And it definitely was one of the best launches of 2015. You guys know I love my eyeshadows, so I've been loving playing around with these, and I love that you can kind of create your own custom palettes. I don't have any of the regular Makeup Geek shadows, so I can't compare them, but these really are special and amazing, and you guys should definitely check out some of the colors for yourself. So that's it, guys, for my top 10 best product launches or products that are new to me in 2015. I really, really loved this year for makeup once again. It's always bittersweet to end the year, but it was a good year, and I've discovered a lot of products that I love and that are staples to me. So hopefully I was able to share some of those with you, and that you guys can let me know down below what your 2015 must-have staples were, because I love to discover some new products. And that's it. I don't know, I think I have have a few more videos going up before the new year, so I'm not going to say Happy New Year yet, but Happy Holidays, Merry Christmas to all of you who are celebrating, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys!